Hi, third grade. I'm so happy to be back teaching all of you. We're about to start our new assignment this week. It is your virtual Wednesday. You will find that your assignments will be posted on the Wednesday that you're assigned to do art every month, and they're going to be due anytime in that month before the next assignment is posted. So this assignment will be due on January 20th. Please submit it through Google Classroom. When you complete your picture, take a photo of it with a device and either upload it from that device after you save the picture to Google Classroom, or if you use a different device, say you take the photo with a phone and then you're using a laptop, take the picture from the phone and get it onto the device that you're using for Google Classroom in order to upload it and then submit turn in. Please don't submit turn in before you upload your picture, or I won't be able to give you a grade if I can't see what your assignment is. Okay, so one more thing, if you have any questions or you need help, or if you're falling behind, contact me. You can set up Google Meets. I can set up Google Meets with small groups of students who are doing the same thing. I know we had a lot of people last year in second grade that did Google Meets to as a catch-up at the end. Let me know, and I'll see what I can arrange for you, possibly on a Wednesday afternoon. And if I get more than one kid, then I'll try to combine everybody into one. So for our assignment this month, we're going to be learning about balance, and we're going to be learning about positive and negative space. So if you're thinking about positive space, I am taking up space, and the space around me is the empty space. So I would be positive, and the space around me would be negative. So positive space is filled up space, negative space would be the empty. And there's three different kinds of balance, but we are going to focus on symmetrical balance, which is also known as symmetry. So I have three pictures behind me, and they represent the three different options that you will have today to make your balanced picture. And one is an insect, and everything on the left side is exactly the same on the right side. Right here I have an abstract artwork. Everything on one side is exactly the same on the other side. And down here I have a face. This is a lion's face, but you could do any kind of a face, any animal or person. What's on the left side is exactly the same on the right side, which makes it symmetrical. Okay, so right now I'm symmetrical, but right now I'm not. So let's keep listening and see a little bit more about balance and space. And then we're going to make something really great together. Don't forget to get your work in on time. It is worth a significant part of your grade. And don't forget to save it. We're not coloring this week. We're going to save it for next month, and we're going to finish it next month. So don't lose your artwork. Okay, let's get started. For this unit, we're going to focus on the element of space as well as the principle of balance. Space refers to the distance or the area around, above, below, or within things. For this unit, we're going to focus on positive space and negative space. Positive space is the main focus, or space that is filled in the artwork. So for instance, the space that's filled by the land, the road, the bushes, the mountain, and the water. And then the negative space would be the space around the object, or the empty space. In this painting, we would think the negative space would be the air and the sky. How do you think space enhances art? How does space enhance this piece of artwork? Would it be different without the space above in the air? Would it be different with the space on the bottom? Squished or stretched out, the road was longer, or the sea was smaller? How does space enhance this artwork? Which part of this painting by Rene Magritte, The Man in the Bowler Hat, is positive or filled up space? And which part is negative or empty space? If we look at the bottom, at the sculpture by Henry Moore, it has beautiful negative space in the center of it. And actually, the negative space around it is also beautiful. Next, we're going to think about the principle of balance. Balance is the equal or similar placement of things on either side of an artwork. Balance can be symmetrical. In this painting by Andy Warhol, the left and the right side of the butterfly are exactly the same, so they're symmetrical. Balance can be asymmetrical. In this painting by Hokusai, both sides, the left and the right, are not at all exactly the same. They're very different. Balance can also be radial. In this rose window, everything is the same around the axis in the center, top, bottom, left, and right, and all four corners. Each of these insects has symmetrical balance. This means they are exactly the same on both sides. Each of these artworks is symmetrically balanced. So the top left artwork is abstract. It's non-objective. We can't exactly tell exactly what it is, but we can see that the objects and the shapes and colors on the left are exactly the same as the objects, shapes, and colors on the right. The postage stamp is symmetrically balanced. The left is exactly the same on the right. And the portrait by artist Chuck Close in the top right corner is exactly the same on the left and the right, which makes it symmetrically balanced. This means all of these paintings or pictures are exactly the same on both sides. Why would you need balance in your artwork? Why do you think that's important? Okay, for this assignment, what you're going to need is a piece of white paper, a pencil with an eraser. And if you need any art supplies, please make sure to reach out to me before the assignment is due, and I can leave some supplies for you in the bin outside of White Rock School. So pause the video right now, go get your plain white paper, and make sure you have a pencil and a good working eraser. Okay. With your paper, you're going to fold it in half. So you can hold it vertically and fold it in half like this, or you can hold it horizontal and fold it in half like this. Make sure the edges line up and give it a nice clean fold. I'm going to start with a vertical paper, and you're going to have 3 choices for your symmetrical design. You can either draw an insect, a face, human or animal, or an abstract design, which means lines, shapes, but we are not going to color this today. So, anything that you draw on the left side, you're going to repeat on the right side. So let's say I choose to draw an insect. And I'm going to draw half of the head, half of the whole body, and then maybe I'm going to draw some wings. Okay. So now what I drew on this side, I need to repeat on this side. And I'm keeping it really simple, but I'd like to see a little bit more detail from you. And please take a peek at the grading rubric to see how I'm going to grade you, because craftsmanship, which is line quality and how neat you're being, and details are going to be part of your assignment. Okay. So I'm just going to add some more details, because I was really listening when Mrs. TH said add some details. We are not going to color these today.
Okay, remember to add as much detail as you can. Remember to draw carefully, slowly, and remember, anything you draw on one side should be repeated exactly on the other side of the fold. So this is only one option. Make sure that you do not color. Take a picture and submit it. The next option, and you are going to choose one of these, is to make an abstract design. So anything that you draw on the left side, you would repeat exactly on the right side. And it does not necessarily need to look like anything that is real. So think about lines and shapes and colors, and be as creative as you can, because I don't want to see all of my dragonfly or this silly design. You guys always come up with better ideas than I do. So push yourself and come up with an idea. Think about shapes and lines that you tend to draw and draw them yourself. Again, anything drawn on one side of the fold, try to repeat it exactly on the other side of the fold. Remember, detail and drawing carefully and slowly count. You're going to earn points in craftsmanship and in the amount of detail. And abstract art does not have to look like anything. So if you make a mistake, just go with it and turn it into something new and different and interesting. Remember, do not color. Take a picture and upload it to the classroom. We will be saving these for next time, and we'll be doing a color lesson on them next time. Okay, and our final option is to draw a face, and it can be human or animal. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw half of the face on one side and repeat half of the face on the other side. Now remember, if you're drawing the eyes, they should be repeated on the other side as closely to the same as possible. Now, I know that that is difficult, so I'm just looking for an effort of trying. Okay. Now, we did go over drawing faces in first grade. We did not get to it last year because of the school closure. Now I'm noticing that this is not quite as close. But if you can't draw a face so realistically, that's okay. This is a lesson that we normally do in 4th grade. Okay. So we can see what's on the left is also on the right, and I try to repeat exactly. Oh, my hair is not exactly the same on both sides, so let me see if I can fix that up. What was I thinking? Okay. And if you choose to, you could do an animal face. And any kind of an animal that you like will work. I think I'm going to choose a lion. And as in the others, whatever's on the left side should be closely replicated on the right side for a symmetrical balance. Please don't color. Save your project until next month. We will add to it next month. Take a picture and upload it to the Google Classroom. Be creative. If you have another idea for something that you could draw or make that's symmetrical, maybe it's a building or a landscape, try it. Email me if you have any questions. I will not stop you as long as you're meeting our lesson objectives and you're saving your work for next week and submitting it with no color. I am not going to stop you. Just make sure you have symmetrical balance and that you're using the element of positive and negative space. Talk to you soon.